us to in just a couple of seconds. The guys are ready to go really quick today. We appreciate that. And it looks like the first round's already gone by there, Tom. We've missed the pistol because these guys started so damn quick. And we look at what is a CT side for Tiger that obviously has gone well in the pistol round as they look to push in towards this A side over on the Checkmate side. They've got 4 players on short, 1 coming up through long. The second round forced by, presumably they got the bomb plant down. And this is going to be a tough one for them. But, oh, that molly, that's going to slow them completely. They can get that edge through the smoke, though.
Well, they decided to go through it. That's really awkward. Nines is going to get an easy double. Now, they've invested into this round with Mac 10s available to them. But it is not going too well. Left on to just 2. The counter flashes, nades are just destroying them. And well, Kaz, only one left, going to run out of bullets. Interesting point, by the way. So, obviously, we spoke about how yesterday Tiger played, was it the first day? Whatever. They played this map versus Bren, and they had an awful CT side. Now, by the looks of it, if I'm not wrong in this, they didn't choose this map. It was chosen by Checkmate. And they chose to start CT side. So that's pretty interesting to me because, as said, like I would have thought that most teams in general on this map like to start on the T side, set the pace, a lot of momentum can be built up. And they decided against it. So maybe just feeling confident in their CT side and almost trying to prove that the last time was just a blip.
Well, let's hope so. As I said, they're just 2 in general feels a little bit better. Their overpass is an experimental situation that definitely didn't go all too well as a failed experiment. A Cronenberg, as it were. And for Checkmate, you know, a 4 versus 5, a situation where I feel like they're with Deagles. They still have the chance to get some damage done. They definitely want to, and now they're on the site. They're on the A site, potentially a bomb plant here. Nade, not going to kill them. And so, yeah, bomb plant in the round. If they can just find a couple of kills here, that would be huge for them. Just one more. Come on. One more kill. We're good to go. Rue is going to be the one looking for it. He's over towards short. No idea. There's a player behind him. And that... Oh, he's actually gotten them. Very well done. Now, I think that was a 180 kill. He's based on the minimap. And so, okay, he saved an M4. They've got a bomb plant, 2 kills. I'm happy with that round.
Yeah, not bad at all. And now they've got to try and do something with it because they've made things that extra bit more costly. The orbs coming in... Why though? Do you know what I'm annoyed by?
No.
Who's got the AWP, Mitch?
Oh, right. Okay. There we go. I was wondering. I was looking at the buys. It's like, I feel like they're not doing anything too crazy. But yeah, Cabal, AWP in hand. I said he had a banger of a previous series. What did he finish on? 38?
38. Do you know how many times he used the AWP?
None.
None.
Well, look, he's already coming in with a vengeance. Find him 1. He wants to prove Tom wrong.
I hope he does.
If he can. He's being pushed up on ramp. They need to find these kills. Urcast already gotten himself that double, though. He's locked it down. Now Cabal just needs to worry about the players up close. Flash is good, but it was unfortunately Urcast's flash that completely blinded him. Another team flash. Seems to be a staple of this region. I don't know how he did that. Like, you know there's a player on site. You know he's got his AWP. Why are you flashing him? Like, and that flash as well, if I'm right in where it landed, it would have gotten them coming out of tunnels, but they were already up on the site, so they weren't even blinded by it. Literally just blinded his teammate.
I'll be brutally honest. I think he was dead anyway. Like, I know that obviously that wasn't a good flash, but like, even still, like he whiffed the first shot. Like that, the shots into the tunnels, especially when there's multiple players, like you have to be hitting those shots. I'm just sticking with what I said before. Like I don't like him playing the AWP. He got a kill in this round. It's not the thing that's irritating. It's not even that he's like awful with the AWP. That's not it. It's that he's fantastic with the rifle, and that's what makes it so infuriating that you have a player who's basically just handicapping himself by using a weapon that's more expensive. This round has not gone well to start, though. 2 players going down. The AWP of 9 has dropped as well. It went straight back in with a double AWP setup here, and I don't know. There has been no evidence from what I've seen of this team so far that the double AWP setup works for them. NCL, though, is just going to wreck someone through smoke, which turns this from a 5v3 into a 3-on-3. Molotov onto the site, which makes the plant a little bit more awkward, and we are going to see the weaponry thrown around. And Cabal's on a rifle, Mitch! Let's go!
Let's go. Here he comes, swinging in for one. Looking up close for another. He spots the big booty. Flash around the corner. Doesn't get blind this time. He's happy about that, but he needs to find some victims, and it looks like they're hiding away as a headshot connects, but it's through the wall. He's going to look for the kill, but Rue is the one to find it. A second for him, a 3K for Hawk, and a single op saved over. I was worried for a second Rue was going to pick that up as well, but it looks like everyone on the team started screaming, "No! We've got one!" And so that op is saved through. Just one, and it's for Kaz to start this round off.
Obu just got finished. Oh, that's... I didn't even know that was that disgusting. Dear Lord. That's brutal. Both players just getting racked through the smoke. A bad start for them. And the CT side have invested a lot of money into this, Mitch. These are like, we see quite a few of these rounds where I just don't understand. Like, because if NCL saves, he has enough to buy next round. If Cabal saves, he has enough to buy a next round. Okay, Urkus would have been a little bit more awkward. But, like, why is 9... Like, I guess he's saving for the orb. But then Dobu still has 2,500. Like, he's not going to need that much going into the next round if they're going to eco. It's just really peculiar. And I don't quite know how they've done the maths here. But knowing my luck, they'll probably win this round. Oh, okay. Early trade. Not too bad. They've still got 3 players around this site. NCL has managed to catch off another one. Hawk spamming the smoke. Isn't going to get anything just yet. Rue should have a field day here, though. Nice spray transition. Cabal going to be the only one left. And it's not quite enough this time. So Checkmate, they convert this round. Now we get what will be another eco, I assume.
Yeah.
Because Cabal, Urkus, and NCL bought too much. So if any of these players, like if I now see 9 and Dobu spend like a load more money, which is exactly what's happening, at least on Dobu, it just annoys me. I don't know. I guess all he really would have had was maybe some extra utility and an SMG, which probably wouldn't have made that much difference, but it just seems weird.
9's at least keeping the money over for an op, and they've stacked up the right side in this round, but doesn't look like they'll find anything. Urkast with another flash assist onto his teammate.
Oh, that was clean.
Urkast is loving the team flashes. I mean, he is popping off on them. Unfortunately, that's most of his flash assists, I think. It's. I wonder is there a way to track that? Like how many teammates you've gotten killed with flashes? I also wonder, does that come up as a flash assist still? Because he's got... Oh, that's the previous map. Actually, hasn't refreshed yet. No, the HLTV scoreboard is staying on the previous map, unfortunately. But yeah, I wonder if it counts as a flash assist. We could come out of this game going, wow, Urkast did really well on flashes.
And you'll just see like Cabal just shaking in the corner. Please, no more flashbangs.
Every time Urkast's like, I'm flashing, he just looks at the floor, starts spinning, doesn't know where it's going to land.
Oh. Got this crossfire mid. Now, as we said, when they played previously versus Bren, their mid and B site hold was awful. Like, in fact, whenever Bren wanted to take the round, the most players they would lose on B is 2. And that was in a direct trade with 2 players. So the Tiger really showed their weakness. Of course, they did get 10 rounds on the T side. So even if they're looking at like 6-7 rounds here, I'm still fairly confident in them going into the second half. 9 is going to be waiting. They've got this double up set up once again. It's still yet to have any impact. So this needs to be the change. Otherwise, I just think you move away from it. They don't seem to adapt very well. 9 is not going to be connecting his initial shot. So they are going to get onto the site for free. Not the easiest shot in the world to hit. And now you're looking at Urkus. Oh, he's also going to whiff. Luckily, NCL has found a kill elsewhere. So we'll at least give them a little bit of space to get back into the site. The problem is they have next to no utility to actually try and get in here. It's just going to come down to individual fights. And they will have heard the Molotov. Rue's already picked off one. Blitz with another. Techno with one more. And as easy as you like, it is a slaughter. Their CT side is proving to be a problem again, and Checkmate, they are capitalizing.
Looking good in the buy rounds. Money built up massively. Stacks, wads of cash in their back pockets. And this is, it's definitely worrying for Tiger. You know, they made these harsh economic decisions, forced onto a couple of rounds where they've only got a few pistols. And then their buy round, they just get trampled. And stampede through short. And a round win for Checkmate. And that's a very two-dimensional approach. And it pays off like that. You're in for happy days. So much damage done through those doors already. They don't... Oh, they know there's a player close. They spot him. Oh, the swing by Techno. Run away. The headshot only damaged him for 3 HP. But I wouldn't want to be getting that close to the pistols.
Okay. Oh, yeah, one. Of course, at this point, doesn't matter. The T's have got so much cash. They've managed to streak a fair few rounds together here. And okay, CT side, they have an AWP. They're going to stay on Dobu. This is what we actually saw on Train. Now, if I jokingly said yesterday that Dobu was their best AWPer. Based off that performance. So we'll see. Maybe he's going to show us something we haven't seen before. This fast cat is not very fast. He will just get aggressive into that position. I like this. They're really looking to put the pressure onto Cabal in mid. They're going to smoke the Molotov. This AWP is probably going to play no further part as Cabal tries to hold the line. Urkus, he's going to go running through. Doesn't actually spot anyone else, and it's the back of the B side that's being pressured. NCL, he's just trying to hold on for dear life, but here comes the Molotov. He needs to try and get a kill before he dies, and he fails. And again, this B site is just a burden for Dust 2. Oh, dear Lord.
Well, the retakes on B are never too easy. And have they spotted the player coming in the close corner? No, they have now, and the trade is there for Dobu. Switches to the AK for the 1v1 on the site. 20 seconds left to get in there. He has a kit, so he's good to go. Molly down below in the window. He's going to make it in through the doors. Can't see anybody just yet, and Blitz perfectly times that peek out from the tunnels. That is 6 on the board for Checkmate, as they are looking pretty damn good. It has to be said, their T side is a scary thing on Dust 2. Yeah, 6 in a row. Again, they came in, they won versus what? That's the 3rd rifle round out of those 6. And all things considered, you know, they've got to be pretty happy with themselves. Obviously, even one of those was a mix buy by Tiger. But still,
I think it's another round that's been lost by an AWP. Like Dobu's flank there, so well timed, gets through the smoke, peeks. And I might be wrong, but I almost feel like it is just that comedic irony of the guy he missed killed him at the end. So like it was, yeah, it's unfortunate, but I obviously see the benefits of an AWP in Counter-Strike. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have one. It's just like they keep trying on different players, and for each of those players, it's not working. So I don't know why there's this like sheer dedication to something that just seems to catch them off guard. Nice shot from 9. He's been doing well with the pistols, been doing well with the rifles. But it doesn't seem to matter too much. And Techno's had an absolute field day when it comes to these anti-eco rounds. He seems to almost relish the opportunity to find some of these frags. And he is going to get another one, leaving it on to Cabal, who will also die through the edge of the smoke. 7 rounds in a row, Mitch. 7 in a row. And, well, I haven't really seen any signs of life here for Tiger. I said it at the beginning. I was surprised that they didn't start on their T side, because their T side was by far the better. But I guess they like a comeback story.
Well, I can't really blame them. Everyone loves a good underdog. And Kaz looking for the opening in towards B. Mid control being sought after by Checkmate as well. They've left open long. But I don't really blame them. You know, those dedicated short pushes have worked out for them versus these full buys in the past. And so a bit of a rinse and repeat with a slower approach. Flash around on short to get them in position to throw their smokes. Good deep nade, though. Damage is actually not really relevant at all. So here's their smokes for the crossover. Flash up high. Kaz is still outside of B. Still harassing those players. This could be a fake. Yeah, it is. Look, smoke down for CT. They're going to hit the B side.
God, they're just playing so well on this T side. It's so easy for them to enter into this B side, but all the utility they used to sort of fake things out was just perfect. Checkmate are looking like a really good squad at the moment on this T side, and well, Tiger looking abysmal. It's obviously the fake like completely threw them off, but even just looking at that B site as a whole, they don't even trade evenly on the entries. Like that is just sheer one bullet taps, and then just dead. Like it's so easy for them to take that site.
Yeah, but that was gorgeous. So you obviously saw them. It's not just the execute they threw on the A site, all the smokes, all the flashes, the mollies. It wasn't that by itself that impressed me. What really and truly impressed me was the small things. When they push on short to set up those smokes, they're going to lose a lot of players there, but it looks at things. Just a one. When they push through to short initially to actually seize control to put their smokes down, they flash the corner before they peek. And it is a very small thing, but that's what stops an op that's posted on short taking that pick. It's what pushes them back and pressures them. And then also, they don't see how many you come up. So they're already paranoid. They're pushed back out of the control. So that, from the side of Tiger, is like, oh, okay, there's someone on short. Then there's smokes, there's flashes, everything's coming over. Like, oh, they're executing A, they're executing A. Boom, guys are out mid almost immediately because they threw the smokes and went back instantly. It was really, really well handled. There's the op dropped. The rifle's already gone, so NCL's alone with a deagle. He gets one. That's the bomb dropped. Okay, maybe a chance actually for him if he grabs this one. But it's not to be.
And 9 on the trot. Stellar performance from Checkmate, and oh, we're going to see another purchase coming in. 9 back on his AWP, and the rest of the team going to be sticking to those rifles. It's hard to even say at this point what they should do. Like, I liked the idea of getting aggressive into short, at least try and take some map control away. But the fact is, it's been these B splits, these mid to Bs that have just been so easy for them to take. And it's not like the A site has been good either. Urkus, he's actually going to take the initiative and push in towards short. 9 as well has finally managed to find that opener. But then Urkus tries to push into mid. You're asking for trouble at that point. You might as well have just DC'd from the server because you already had a man advantage in this scenario, and instead you've just thrown it all away. And Cabal, please don't push this smoke. Oh, is he gonna get a lucky timing? Oh, not quite. He's gonna go following though. I don't know if Kaz will have spotted that. I don't think he did, so that's at least a freebie, giving them a man advantage once again after already throwing the first one. Kaz, oh my goodness. I thought he was just going to hand away that kill straight back. This round is making me so uncomfortable, Mitch.
Definitely an edge of your seat one. I mean, this is a round that Tiger definitely need. They want to have 6 by the end of this. Smoke down. Actually going to block off one of the players, but they don't wait for it to bloom. It still hasn't bloomed. There we go. Eventually. Comes in very late. Kaz got a big shot. He takes down NCL. Cabal in a 1v1 now. The molly going out towards short. It's going to allow for the bomb plant. This is absolutely huge. Molly returned. Now he knows exactly where his opponent is, and Kaz has got that up. He's trained in on it. Molly fades, and he's waiting for the short play, but Cabal's going all the way around. But as time ticks on, Cabal doesn't see a thing. He's going to think about it, but will he turn in time? Oh, he's moved onto the side. Look at that timing. It's so good. Shots missed by Cabal. He hits Kaz down to 18 HP. 1 shot for each player. Nade a little bit too deep. Kaz, he's heard. He's scoped in. Running up on the side here. Cabal's got the angle, and the headshot prevails. That is a close round if ever I've seen one. But just about, Tiger have managed to pull this one off.
Dear Lord, that was close. Oh my God. Cabal with a nice attempt. I do have to point out, incredible attempt coming out from Kaz, but at the same time, why? Why are you peeking that? Like, there is absolutely no reason to just go for such a risky play when your teammate cannot trade that kill. Make me severely uncomfortable. And here we go. The auto snipers train down mid. The smoke's going to be thrown across. And they've done so much damage, Cabal. is the unlucky one in this scenario. They're going to leave. Potentially head towards the B site. Honestly, I'd love them to just run into the B site at this point. There has been little to no defense of B. Bear in mind, I'm not just harping on them. This was a 4-0 start in favor of Tiger. The scoreline is far kinder than it ever should be, as they lost 9 rounds in a row. And although there was some nice execution, some nice bait plays from Checkmate, the most successful thing they've had is just a quick push into B.
Let's see what the approach is. The dedicated short push. Again, it's worked for them a couple of times in the past. This time, though, 9 is on the site. He's ready to go with the op in hand. Smoked off. The cross coming over is going to be virtually impossible for him to pick anyone off on. Flash up high doesn't really allow him to do anything or blind his opponent. So, utility thrown into the night sky, and Hawk is able to take that frag through the one small gap. This is a disaster. They've traded it out, but that just doesn't matter when the bomb goes down. They need short control, and this fight could be what defines this round. Hawk flashed around the corner, but he misses the shots. That's a big whiff from him. Now a second player coming in to support who has a headshot angle on him. He realizes this, though. Now knowing there's 2 players here, a little bit more info to play with, and Hawk is happy to play the time game. Another flash coming around that corner, but it doesn't go quite deep enough. And so down he goes. With Hawk falling, the short control is gone. They've got to take a fight somewhere else. And as Techno swings out, his teammate falls, and they just crunch in on that site. Really well handled by Tiger yet again. And that defuse is so close, but it looks like they've got it. That was so close. The numbers were going down in tandem.
I'm going to be honest. They don't deserve to be this close. Like... The rounds that they have won have been, well, literally a hair away from going in the other direction. Like, that is ridiculously close. That. Like, even at this speed, it's still
0.5.
Yeah, it's slower. You might mind the chart. Yeah, so it was 0.6 or 0. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Just 0.5 something when it went
roughly
off.
Yeah, that's 5-3. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so damn close. Whoa, Techno being a little bit blocked here in the pistol round as they move back in towards the site. Cabal able to find one Dobu again, and Tiger, they are opening this pistol round up in style, but the row, no, they're peeking them one at a time. They're going aggressive. The tunnel's pushed by Blitz has gotten him one already, and he's looking for more victims. This is falling apart, crumbling for Tiger. They wanted to take the fight to their opponents, but instead, they've thrown this one away.
I'm gonna be honest, I've had enough of Tiger at this point. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you facing that? You have a 5-on-3, you have a gun specifically designed for close range encounters, and you go fighting. That's just so stupid. I can't believe that they've actually managed to lose that round. It's just... It's almost like that was intentional. Like, I genuinely can't think of a single reason other than being too cocky to do that. And you're losing the map. For God's sake.
Yeah.
What was the point?
And like,
now they've force bought into this one. Of course, they're gonna come in with the AKs. Cabal is playing with an AK and no armor, and 9 is playing with a scout with armor. Can we just call this one off?
this makes no sense. Yeah, I didn't even catch that. That's just ridiculous.
I'm hoping that's a graphical bug. Do you know what? I'm gonna accept that that's a graphical bug just for my sanity. In my mind, he has armor because it would be really stupid to put it this way around. It's not like the Scout is one of those guns that really works well if you don't have armor as well, is it? It's not like that would make sense. And he's someone who is obsessed with picking up the scope rifles. Nade going to be thrown over. And that has done a hell of a lot of damage to Dobu. He's straight out of there. Push going to be coming in. Nice shot from Arcast. And they've got the bomb down. They've got an after-plant situation. 9 has been traded out, however, and now things become fairly awkward. The man with armor can't be chucked an AK anymore as he's already dead, and NCL didn't have any to begin with either. Time is ticking down. Urka's trying his damnedest.
Why
His
is he
teammates
on
have done so much, and Cabal actually is going to be able to deny an extra kill. It's left all onto Techno. No kit and not a lot of time. The Incendiary going to be thrown out, but NCL will be able to duck away. The bomb's actually not planted for them, but it doesn't matter at this point. He doesn't have a kit. The round is already over. He's just trying to make things more costly. Tiger, make this one work. I hate that they make this one work because it was ridiculous. But yeah, they're both going to go up with a bomb. But I guess actually it does kind of matter because the likelihood is Checkmate are going to force.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. So like, it's one of these positions I wish it wasn't Tiger. I'm very glad we don't have post-game interviews because I don't think I would have a lot of questions, but I don't think they'd be ones that the players would want to answer or hear.
So, you had a 5v3 on the B side. You decided to run in and die. Why?
How long have you been playing Counter-Strike? And then, are you sure?
Urkust, how is your back feeling?
Oh! This is ridiculous by Rue. The force buy, and we said about the money, Tom. Losing those weapons, it could be costly if they lose this round.
Do you know what that was?
What's that?
That was rude.
Oh, God. Well, he is on his route to success. Sur votre route. And Hawk is looking to aid him. It looks like he's already in for one, but no more to come through. The push through the smoke didn't come in as Rue. He didn't feel like supporting his teammate on that fight. A little bit selfish, gotta say. But obviously, Blitz even had a flash, actually. He was down towards CT. Probably could have flashed him through the smoke, but goes up for the AK instead. Not a decision I'm going to disagree with. They've got a little bit of long control being sought after. Rue. Okay, he's going for rifle. There we go. I was wondering, he just, like, throws the scout away after the shot. It's like, what? What's that about?
Yeah, they have wasted a lot of time, though. They've got 20 seconds to try and make this one work. The kit's on long as well. So if the man on long dies, this is basically over. And, well, luckily, my point is proven by the fact that Cabal ends Rue's life. Or they can even attempt anything. The thing is, it's like, I could easily see Tiger bringing this one back. At the same time, the rounds that they managed to win on their CT side were the pistol and follow-up rounds and one buy round. And then after that, it was those 2 rounds that came down to less than a second on the defuse for them to win. On the T side, they lost the pistol through their own stupidity. They then have won a round very, very close. And now they're actually just barreling straight into a stack. Cabal has just destroyed everybody. So he's going to be making a decent amount of cash. But yeah, it's like, this has been super messy. And as said, like, they're supposed to be the team coming in as, like, well, potentially number 2 or 3 within the whole region, challenging for number 1, and like they're struggling to face off against number 2 within their own region. And if anything, if it wasn't for the fact that they just managed to win that 4 spy round, they would be losing this one dominantly.
Can't disagree with you there, Tom. 100%. Like, it's a position at the moment where I really feel like Tiger do not deserve to win this game. They've definitely made the most mistakes by far. Great short push by Blitz. He catches Cabal out. I mean, being true to his name on that one, the Blitz came in. And now they just back off towards the site. The man advantage happily under their belt. The MAC-10s ×2 in play. I mean, the buy definitely isn't ideal. They've got the reserve cash, but this is a buy I would have thought would have went towards the B side, but they're looking for short control. Bomb outside of tunnels, but on its way to middle as well. This is certainly looking like it's going to be an A hit. With 2 MAC-10s and 2 AKs, it's non-conventional. Oh, the bomb's going back towards tunnels, holding by himself. If they push tunnels now, they would have a 1v1 for the bomb, which is not ideal.
Oh,
it's
no.
on its way over Kaz. He's not thinking about pushing tunnels instead. It's middle, and he's evaded their detection as well. He hears the steps, but that baits him into peeking.
Unlucky.
That is unintentional, but actually a great bait as it transpired.
Yeah, the CT side don't really know what to do here. They don't have much utility, so if it comes down to a retake, they are stuffed. Urkus. Oh, is he going to see him over the top? He is. And that's Hawk gone. That's an afterplant position, and the CTs... This is a save. Like, you've got no kit, you've got no utility. Well, 2 flashbangs. This is not something that you can attempt.
Yeah, they realize that, I think. It's time to run away, save for another day. All in all, a strange set of events. You know, it feels like Tiger maybe getting a little bit more switched on. At least I would hope so. As the series becomes more and more threatening for them. But I do feel bad for them in that round. You know, they got sold a lot of fake info. That player jumping off of short and coming down towards tunnels as the bomb went up on top of short. So when Kaz peeked through, he knew one guy was running tunnels, and he sees another guy up on top of the wall on short. Doesn't know if he's going from mid to short or from short to mid, but obviously he probably presumed, oh, that guy's on his way to B as well when he died. And you could see that because they sent another player, who I think was Rue, down into CT spawn to watch for the cross, as they still had 2 players on B. So at that point, pretty much all the info was pointing to it being a B take, and that's what Checkmate think is coming in. And then all of a sudden, these players just perfectly sneak up on short and get a free kill. The round is over at that exact moment. And it wasn't really down to any massive mistakes by Checkmate. I think they made the right plays. That mid-aggression was something you can attempt. I'm not going to critique it. I think especially after he heard the steps and thought it was going to be a B hit with the guy, final player rotating. He thought he had a god tier flank. That was just one little hiccup. A forgivable one, definitely. And then the player on site, I don't know what else he could have done, really.
Well, a 5-man stack on A. Everybody here. If Checkmate were ever going to make one of these rounds work, this would be it. And if anything, they're only 1 rifle down on what's on the other side, as there's still a MAC-10 for NCL. Long take with a MAC-10 has its weaknesses. I like they're almost using Hawk for bait here. Spamming through him while the bait actually bites back as he's managed to find the kill on to NCL. That MAC-10 is gone. Nice trade from Cabal. This is not going to be an easy scenario. Urkus, though, with a quick double. Dobu chiming in as well. And Kaz, well, sat there looking around confused. They're searching for this last man, not quite realizing that he is just lurking below. Could get a free kill onto Cabal, but opts against taking the shot. And, well, this is a tad ambitious.
Yeah. Second time you jump peek that, you're gone. They're already holding it, waiting for it. Especially because they have the player on long that's watching their run up on ramp. They know that you're not really going to be able to do anything. I think probably the, I suppose, statistically correct play in that 1v3 would have been to leave through CT and hold down short for either an exit or to pick up one of your teammates' weapons after the bomb blew up and you knew you were safe to run out. It was probably the best percentage play, but appreciate the attempt. Especially though, because even if he had found 2 kills and still lost the round, he wouldn't have done anything. You know, Tiger have got a lot of money now. It would have been a long time until they saw the reward for that. This, though, is a valuable opening kill by Kaz as he comes in with the op. They shut down 9. Gonna be smoked off. Molly behind it as well to stop any aggression. They've already managed to make it past it, though. So they might just consider the push out. They did get full blinded by that flash, though. They've also smoked the Molly in CT, even though they were inside the team Molly. I'm not too sure why they did that. Maybe I think it was to try and give that one way over it, so they had a little bit more cover. But it gave away the fact that they were there, and then you didn't see any mid aggression because of that, I think.
I quite like this crossfire setup. Kaz just holding with the AWP. It's a bit risky from his own angle, but he's got a teammate to cover him. And I do think that when it comes to these two teams, like Checkmate have definitely got the better synergy. The problem is, in terms of individuals, it's Tiger dragging them through a lot of rounds. Kaz not going to be able to hit the shot. And actually, we're going to see Tiger doubling back towards his B side. Urkus, normally so good on those lurks out middle. This time will be caught. There is going to be a second man to stand in his place. This B take's not going to be easy. Dobu with the first kill coming up. Cabal's actually caught one, and now Techno has a hell of a lot to do. The young man with a lot on his shoulders, and he drops Dobu like it's nothing. The second for him is all too easy, and Cabal with 12 seconds, he can't do anything. It's not quite the 4K, but it is at least 3 as Techno evens up the scoreline 11-11. But the T's are coming back with an even stronger buy.
Techno, the young gun, standing in for this team, of course, at the last hour when their teammate broke his hand, celebrating, punching the desk in joy, and screaming in anguish. And the sad irony of that is that he was celebrating being able to play in this tournament and stopped himself from being able to play in this tournament. But yeah, Techno's very young, and he's just come in as a stand-in and been phenomenal. I've loved watching him. And for a player like him, this is a great opportunity. You're getting a chance to play in what is part of the major circuit, which is obviously in and of itself a real honor, I think, for anybody. You're standing in for a team that domestically are pretty good from what we've seen in the grand scheme of things, considering how unknown they are. And you're showing yourself off to these other teams, like someone like Tiger. This is who you want to perform against, because maybe when they decide they need a lineup change, they're going to go, oh, that Techno guy was pretty good. I mean, that's how players get picked up a lot of the time within this level of Counter-Strike. Even look at Godsend. The reason they picked up Madden was because they played an open qualifier against him and he wrecked them. Got 50 kills on 2 maps. And then they were like, let's trial him. And he did amazing. Now he's on that lineup. If he didn't play that open qualifier against them, they would have never scouted him.
Well, the push is coming onto this A site, but they've got a little bit stuck in the mud. 35 seconds. They're actually going to go for the plant. There's still so many players around this angle, but they've got away with it. There's also a late flank coming in from Cabal, which could be absolutely everything. He's going to be looking in from behind. The kill comes up, but there's the first for free. Oh, he's not going to hit the shot, but luckily NCL will chime in alongside him, and through again, he's just going for jumping shots. It's not worked at all. 12-11. That's the second time now that we've seen an almost all-out stack on that A site, and it failed completely.
Checkmate have got to be a little bit deflated now coming into this. Obviously having to take a week. Well, what you would think would be a week by at 12-11, Tom. I could not disagree with this decision more. They have gone for an AWP, an M4, 2 SMGs, and a Deagle in a round where if they lose it, they will be 14-11 down. This is ludicrous. 1 eco is all they needed to take. They could have Deagles on pretty much everybody, come into the next round, have the AWP, have full utility. The reality is they haven't been able to win rounds where they have that. And playing a little bit more aggressively with the AWP to start things off, Kaz does manage to take down Urcast, at least bridging the gap slightly. It looks like A is going to be the target. Surprising, considering they've just heard the AWP chime in over towards that site. But as 3 players come out long, and Tunnel's control is conceded by Cabal, who comes back to the T-spawn to pick up the bomb, it does look like they want to challenge this.
Well, they've at least gained some pit control. Kaz has gone rotating to try and find a different angle to fight. With Cabal lurking so regularly, plan, like, the bomb is currently going solo to the other side of the map. Like, what? And then NCL, like, you should have a decent idea that this is a weaker perch. I guess maybe the AWP has thrown them off a little bit. They're selling this as a big fake. I'm not sure how I feel about this. There's still a rotation coming back. There's a player waiting around. Already a decent amount of damage done. Rotation not coming just yet. Even if they get this kill cleanly, there's still a good chance of the retake. Techno this time won't be able to hold on. And with Dobu not finding anything, but look how fast this flank is. Rue is already there. This has gone horrifically, and it's left now onto Cabal. He's got to try and hold this site on his own. I think they've severely overthought this round. This was one where they came in with an inherent advantage. Their opponents didn't even have much. It was an AWP, some SMGs, and they win it with 3 players alive. I am just confused.
Well, it was a very reckless investment by Checkmate. They took the risk, but they are definitely getting the reward for it, I suppose, thanks to some mistakes over on the Tiger side and maybe a bit of a misread on what they were against as well. I think that it caught us off guard being able to see what was happening. And perhaps once they saw the up in play, they got thrown out of sorts as well. It can be hard to really, in the moment estimate exactly what your opponents have in situations like that. Now, a pause has come through, and this is a really important time for both of these teams. I mean, if Checkmate want to bring this all the way through to a map 3, they're going to have to win this round here. It's definitely not going to be an easy one.
Oh, Hawk's taking some fairly big risks. He's got Blitz alongside him who ran out of ammo. And they've almost just lost 2 players to this long fight, which hasn't been working for them. I think A-Long has been the one sort of avenue of attack. It's really been working out for this T side. Kaz is having to take some pretty big risks just to try and get something back, but never mind. Nine's just going to walk out. Simple.
Cabal's over on the op, Tom. You love to see it.
Nope.
We'll see if we can get anything done with it. They're going to move in towards the A side. Well, Cabal was shifting forward. Urcast is moving over towards B, though. They're holding out on top mid as well. Perhaps presuming that there's going to be some aggression coming through from Checkmate. Or they might be right. Checkmate are getting itchy feet. They're starting to move back over towards the bomb site, but they drop off in the end. Opting to boost, I think, Techno up. Hawk and Techno. Low HP players left as the anchors on the site. They have utility at least to play off of. They are going to be challenged. Urcast has made his way from tunnels over to short, where he's now starting to fight. A CT smoke thrown out, trying to confirm that it's a B hit, but here's the smoke for the cross. They're now going to realize what's happening. Good nade by Hawk. Decent damage done to NCL. He's playing around this smoke. They've already taken Techno out. They won't think Hawk is here. Oh, but they've checked it anyways. Coming around the smoke. Dobu catches him from behind. And 13 on the board for Tiger as Checkmate. Well, they've got no choice but to save.
Yeah, that looked like a much better execution of the same thing they attempted in the last round, but the other way around. So they almost played off the fact that they did this last round and it failed, and then just went, okay, we're going to do the same thing, but this time Urcus is going to bait in a CT smoke, which means that if you're playing around mid, you have to fall back. Because if they do push mid, you're dead if you just try and hang around. So it was quite smart, split the defense completely, and it's one of the better rounds we've seen from Tiger. 4 men surviving as well, and with the economy so bad for the CT side, they have no choice but to try and hold on to what they've got. So it's going to be another one of those rounds where Checkmate are going to have to fight with not the best of buys, if they want to, of course. But, well, what we saw last time, I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
So, with the position for Checkmate, pistols in hand, alongside these rifles, we really don't expect much, but the aggression comes through from Rue. In rounds like this, I think you need to make those aggressive plays. What I am surprised about is the fact that he does it alone, Tom. So he pushes all the way through, while Blitz just tucks away. The Deagle not looking to go with his teammate in trade. And really, I would prefer the Deagle be the first man around that corner to poke out and see if there's anyone there, and then be traded on by the AK. But instead, they've made Rue the sacrificial lamb of the round.
It does seem a bit odd. Kaz is going to be forced back. Flashbang will leave a fair few players blind, and they're battling a little bit with Hawk in mid. Nade will do an extra bit of chip damage, which actually, when you've got some pistols in play, is not too bad at all. Of course, for Tiger, it's integral that they win this round. That they would really be sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel of how low we think this can go for them if they do manage to lose another round like this after previously going wrong in the same sort of situation as well. Hawk dead as Cabal was ready and waiting. He's been doing quite well on these lurk plays. Now Kaz with everything to do. Ooh, that is a nice shot, but it does seem half the time that Tiger are just oblivious to every piece of aggression. It's slipping, Mitch. Only 2 players now remain as it's a fight for 9. Trying to go into middle. He's got 19 seconds. He's got to run the gauntlet. Techno's still hiding. 14 HP. They don't have the nades to cover this, and they line up for Kaz. Tiger can't catch a break, and Kaz has been the catalyst of this comeback. 13-13. There isn't a round that Tiger can't lose.
No, they really aren't. Few saved weapons, deagles. And the real problem, Tom, is that there were only 3 deagles, you know? They weren't up against the 4. The magic number wasn't there. They still lost. What's happening? I pick and choose when I believe in the system. It looks like 3 is the new system. 3 and up and an M4. That's what we need. And maybe the 5-7 on Kaz as well. Maybe that made a difference. Who knows? Who knows? Gaben was the guiding hand. But on 13-13, it's time to make a move. Going in through the molly, straight through. 9's almost dead, and he is in the end. A quick shot connected to finish him off, and this is an absolute massacre, Tom. 14-13, no money for Tiger, and map 3 looking like a possibility.
It is amazing how the best B defender we've seen in this game, and actually, do you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say across any match we've seen, is a 16-year-old kid who's playing as a stand-in. Like, how ridiculous is that? Like, props to him. He's playing very well. But, like, that is hands down the best B-side Dust 2 defense we've seen. Every other team has struggled. Every other team seems to suck at defending B across pretty much every map. We've seen bad B-side defense on Train, on... Definitely on Dust 2, that's without question. On Mirage as well. Like, this guy, someone just, like, if he's not officially on Checkmate at this point, he should be. I'm thoroughly impressed and also thoroughly disappointed at the same time in Tiger for... Like, I want to go back to the point I made earlier that I do believe they deserve to lose this map. But even still, like, so they've lost 2 rounds now where their opponent didn't have a bye.
Well, it looks like we've got a clear-cut plan for this round, Tom. There's no messing around from Tiger as they look to repeat the push into the B site, this time without the rifles, just pistols. As they go on in, it's a Tech9 swinging very wide first. No one able to trade. Full Blind Brew gets the flick. Oh, this is a disaster. GG. Well played. 15 rounds should be on the board for Checkmate in just a moment. The all picked up by Urkas. Hold on! He was given a chance, but he looked away. In through the molly. NCL burns to death. A fitting end to this round, as they did certainly just roast themselves.
What?
He's just tanked it, mate.
Oh, dude. just run straight. Has he not played Counter-Strike before? I genuinely don't. I don't get it. Like, what do you mean, Fireburn? Like, like a bloody caveman. He's just discovered it for the first time. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is grim. It is absolutely grim. Well, we're looking at least an OT here, more than likely a third map, as Checkmate have made one hell of a turnaround, and people aren't even looking at Techno. He was able to fire a whole mag of an AUG before someone eventually looked at him. Must have put a silencer on it. 9. Oh, he's in the smoke, but he's being behind it, but he's being spammed on through it. This ain't looking good. Can we? Yeah, we'll just call it here. I don't think they're getting this one done. Flank on mid. Dobu's watching for it. Doesn't hit the shots. And with that, Cabal's alone with a deagle and can't get a damn thing done. Tom, a disappointing end the Tigers run, but they are going to lose out on this map and go on to the next.